Greetings, vinyl community. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope everyone's having a great week. I just got home from work, not that you need to know this, but I had a really crap day at work today, so I thought, you know what, I'll film a YouTube video, and that'll clear my head, and all of you out there will cheer me up. Please? So I may or may not be less animated, I guess is the word, than normal. Hopefully by mid-video I'll have forgotten how crap today was. We all have those days at work. Anyways, guess what, everyone? Well, first of all, I had a really... If you follow me on Instagram at NAZZ_NOMAD, Nomad, you will have saw a preview of this that I posted today. But I had an awesome thrift store haul today, which if you stay to the end of the video, I'll kind of post a little teaser, as they call it. Taster? Preview? Teaser? Anyways, that was really exciting. It was a thrift store haul, like, I don't know if I've ever had kind of this kind before, but anyways, it was awesome. Also, guess what? I got new mugs, and I just spilled coffee on me. See, today's going crap. Anyways, I got new mugs. So cheers, everyone, you deadheads out there. All right. Yeah, usually I have kind of a story to tell you off the top, but see, I spilled coffee everywhere. There we go. Usually I have a story to tell, but you know what? I don't really think I have anything to talk about today. Other than, you know what? Some people ask me this every now and again. What do I buy at thrift stores besides vinyl and maybe stereo equipment? I don't know if I've talked about this, but I collect Sony Walkmans. I used to be an incredible collector. I've had, 100 Walkmans at one point, mostly Sonys. Kind of trying to keep one of every kind or a couple, or all. If there's different color variants, I'll have those. I used to be a collector of Walkmans, and in my early videos, I'm not sure if it's visible. I used to have them in cabinets, but I don't know if they might be visible in my old videos. But I've sold some off since then. I've kind of tapered that down a bit. Vinyl and music is enough to take up one's basement, but I still find them, and when they're really nice condition, I do pick them up at thrift stores because it does give me kind of a buzz. It's a throwback to my youth. Anyways, I found this. I don't really show you guys my Walkmans I find, but you know what? It's something different. This one has the original belt clip, which is odd to find because they usually break when you find them at thrift stores. And this came with the original headphones. And it's in nicey mint condition. I don't think nicey's a word, but we'll make it today. Nicey's a word today. But yeah, Sony Walkmans. You can buy them cheap. Anyways, and also, I don't know if this counts under stereo equipment, but I found a really expensive pair of RCA cables. Nice gold-tipped RCA cables for like, what, $3, $4. So I buy things like that at thrift stores. Some people ask what else I shop for. I'm going to put this into my stereo right away. Probably linking my preamp to my amp, I'm guessing. Really nice set of RCA cables. There you go. That's what I buy at thrift stores besides vinyl. One more time. Let's see if I can do it without spilling. Golf clap for me. Anyways, let's go right to the vinyl. As the title says, Mofi Madness, and so I don't know what else it says. Vinyl finds, but I got a 7-inch single that I've wanted forever. It's part of my box that I'll be leaving. I always talk about of songs that are important to me, my favorite songs, and I found this finally. It's a UK copy, and I don't know if it was released in North America on 7-inch. It might have been, but it's Steve Earle's "Back to the Wall," which I believe was the second single off Copperhead Road. And I guess this song is, somewhat meaningful to me. I won't say why. Well, maybe I will. It was the first country song that kind of led me to believe that country was more than what I thought it had been. Because at that time, there was like the Kentucky Headhunters, and there were Steve Earle people adding some kind of electric guitars to country. And it really piqued my interest and kind of broadened. Anytime a song can come along and broaden your interests, even a little bit, it'll move yourself forward a bit in your listening experiences. That's an important song for me, and that was one of them. Was Steve Earle, "Back to the Wall," MCA UK copy. Probably my favorite Steve Earle song because of that. But that's the only 7-inch I have to show you. Let's get to the Mofi. I'm trying to think of who was posting Mofi. It'll come to me. But I'm going to start with this one because this one, and I don't know why, this is a personal favorite album of mine. So this isn't me just speaking out of, you know, when I show it to you guys, you'll know, oh, well, that Dave loves this band and da-da-da-da. But it was one of the most anticipated Mofi ones to come out recently, and it sold out almost immediately. How much? There was, I can't remember how many copies there were. A few thousand copies released by Mofi on the first pressing. And I couldn't find one anywhere. I couldn't. The Vinyl Guru, we were talking briefly about, well, if you find one, let me know, blah, blah, blah. But I scrambled and I couldn't find 2 copies. I found one store in the U.S. that had 1 copy left. Boom, got it. T-Rex Electric Warrior Mofi, double 45 RPM pressing. And I got number 947 for those scoring at home. But I never would have thought response to this would have been as intense as it was. There was people literally just panicking to see if they can. I think it's going to go to a second pressing, from what I understand. But the first pressing, I got a copy of the first pressing, and man, I swear to God, I was online to every online record store I could think of that would have it, and it was sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Secondary buyers wanting $500 for it. I don't know. I exaggerate, but they wanted a lot of money. And I found one store called Acoustic Sounds in the U.S. God bless you. Anyways, I got it. And you guys all know I'm a T-Rex fanatic. Excuse me. You all know I'm a T-Rex fanatic. And I could not have this one. The Mofi. I have the CD, SACD hybrid version of this. And the vinyl sounds... You can only imagine how well it sounds. I have another pressing that I've said before is my favorite pressing. I'm going to compare the two because I don't know. This one is just amazing. Sometimes Mofi knocks it out of the park. And I've had some Mofi albums that are, okay. Nothing to write home about, but this one is really knocked out of the park. So if you see this coming around to a second pressing, I'm sure it'll be just as good. But yeah, just super excited to get that. And I don't really get excited for mobile Fidelity pressings very often. I did for the Cars and some other bands like that. I did get all of them, and I have the Pink Floyd Mofi, and I picked up the Supertramp Crime of the Century one recently from 1977. But anyways, modern day Mofi ones I don't get that excited about. But this one, awesome. And the next one, is Melinda. You guys all know Melinda. She's taken the VC by storm. Right, Melinda? I told you when you first started you were going to be huge. It honestly makes me want to have pretty blonde hair and have an insanely great taste in music like she does. Anyways, she was posting Foreigner. The Foreigner 4 album on Mofi that was going out of print, and she was able to get one. And so did I, actually. But that's not what I'm going to show you right now. That one's in a different pile to show you down the road. I have to think down the road. I get so much vinyl. But it made me think about my favorite albums, because she was so excited to get that Foreigner 4. It was kind of infectious a bit. So I was just looking for what's available from Mofi now. It's going out of print, and I found this on Amazon. Really good price. I believe it's going out of print, and it's one of my favorite albums. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. Melinda, you're a horrible influence. But anyways, I got a copy of Get the Knack. It's been reissued almost at the same time on Capitol Records, which is owned by I don't know who nowadays. But they released just a regular version, which I didn't bother getting. It was part of the Capitol 75 reissue. I don't know what the hell it was. But anyways, that's the one in the stores anyways you can find brand new. But I believe this one is going out of print. And I have, once again, I have number 934. So the 900s seem to follow me around. But like I said, that got me thinking into my favorite albums Not my favorite. It's not my favorite album of all time, but it's in that. It's in the conversation of Mofi pressings that are out there and available. And I kick myself after the fact for not getting them. And this was one of them. And I found one available on Amazon. And I have an original copy. I've had a lot of original copies, obviously, but I've kind of made the perfect copy where I have a minty album, minty sleeve, minty inner. I have the perfect original copy of the Knack. Get the Knack original pressing. And it doesn't even hold a candle to this pressing. It's that amazing. I mean, Bruce Gary's drums, thunderous on this album. And for once, you can hear Burton Aver. Is it Burton Aver? No, this is Niles Prescott. Or Prescott Niles. I think it's Prescott Niles. Is it? Prescott Niles on bass. I should know this. You can hear his bass very clearly. And I think in the original mix and in the original pressing, it gets, other than My Sharona, it's a little bit lost in the mix at points. But this is, the bass is really great. Burton Aver's guitar is amazing. Doug Fieger is Doug Fieger. He's godlike to me. So, if you love this album like I do, the Mofi pressing gets 6 thumbs out of 5. It's that good. Same as a T-Rex. Anyways, we're going to go to some more new vinyl. I'm kind of getting on time yabbering. I'm yabbering to forget about my day. So just bear with me. Please. Cheers, everyone. Some new vinyl. Speaking of T-Rex, this is the new T-Rex tribute album. And it was done kind of properly. It's not one of those crappy ones on Cleopatra Records. We all are aware of those ones. And this wasn't put together sloppily. It wasn't put together hurried. It's actually all done by Hal Wilner. And if you don't know who Hal Wilner is, I would say Google him. I think he's passed away now recently. But Hal Wilner put this together. He supervised and did every song on this album. From what I read, the bands or this artist came in for a day or two at the most, and they knocked out the song until they were happy with it. And Hal Wilner, who's a very famous producer, he made sure the songs were, there was justice done to them. And it's a pretty decent tribute album. The artists you would think would do shit covers, I've done some, like Kesha. She does a really good version of Children of the Revolution. And the people you think would knock it out of the park, like Joan Jett does Cosmic Dance. Oh, she did his Jeepster. One of my favorite T-Rex songs. Yeah, it's okay. And then you get someone like, and this is all over the place. You get U2 on this with Elton John, and that version of 20th Century Boy, or Bang a Gong, is kind of eh. But you get someone like Nena, 99 Luftballons Nena. Why she's on here, I don't know. She does an amazing version of Metal Guru. Yeah. Just a real, like, there's a lot of artists you would not think who would do great versions, have done great versions. This is called Angel Headed Hipster, the songs of Mark Bolan and T-Rex, double vinyl. Yeah, you got to be a hardcore fan to buy this because, you know, it's double vinyl, so it's pricey. And yeah, I would say of the 2 vinyls, you could probably cobble together a single vinyl of just great ones. But they stretched it out to 2. Perry Farrell's on here. He has a good version of Rock On. But yeah, there you go. I don't know how many times I'll play it, but it's, you know, I'm a T-Rex completist for the most part. And I thought half the album was pretty damn great. And like David Johansen doing a lounge version of Bang a Gong. Is it Bang a Gong he does? Yeah. Yeah. You know what's amazing too? I just realized I don't think anyone does 20th Century Boy. Wow. No one does 20th Century Boy. Okay. I got the new Stryper album. Even the Devil Believes. I've talked about Stryper before. And I don't want to go on going into this religious thing, you know. Like, I don't listen to lyrics. As long as the lyrics sound good, I don't care what the content is. So people lump him in that Christian rock thing. I don't fucking care about that. I'm not that kind of person. I like the music. And I will tell you right now, I was going to do a video about this too. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'm giving the game away now. Stryper has been the most consistent hard rock band over the past 10 years. And I can prove it. Kind of. They have made the most consistent, I don't want to say heavy metal because then people will argue what's metal. They're part of that metal thing. I'm going to call them metal. Their last 4 albums or so, 4 or 5 albums have been pretty hard rocking albums. And this one, it continues the streak of great albums they've done. I think this is the 4th or 5th album in a row that has just been insane. And I think Michael Sweetis is knocking him out while he has the inspiration to make these great albums. I don't know why. I would never normally, like I didn't grow up a Stryper fan back in the day when that kind of music was big. I wasn't a Stryper fan at all. I just kind of, a few years, when they kind of made their comeback, I guess, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I can't remember exactly. Someone played me that album and it's like, whoa. And I've been buying their new albums ever since and consistently just gold every album. So even the Devil Believes, another one in the string of great albums that Stryper has done. Good on you, Michael Sweet. I don't buy into your beliefs or your love of Trump, but God bless you for making, I'll say God bless you. Thank you for making some damn fine music. Cheers, everyone. All right. Got the new Deep Purple album. This one comes with a DVD, I believe. I think it's on purple vinyl too, possibly. I don't remember now. But it comes with the DVD. It's produced by Bob Ezrin again. I think there's been a lot of people talking about this on YouTube, so I'll save all the particulars. But Anthony at AGK Vinyl. I hope I get that right, Anthony. I'm sorry. I just got home from work. I just talked to you today, for God's sakes, on Instagram. He did a video about it. And I've been kind of, the last Deep Purple album was it Now What? I think that was the last one. Or maybe the one before. No, the last one was Infinite. And then there was Infinite, yeah. Now What was okay. But Anthony really liked this album a lot. And I kind of thought, well, it was in my face at the store. And it was a decent price. I thought, I'll pick it up and I'll give it a spin. Because I'm a huge Deep Purple fan. But the last, let's put it all the albums that have been made with, like the Steve Morse years. I'm not putting him down. I just that's the era that I kind of lost touch with. And for no other reason that I was listening to so much other music, you can't listen to everything. So I kind of lost touch with that. And I bought it, and it's really good. The people who have been saying this album is great. This got a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5 star in the London Times. Like, really kind of oddball news media have been giving this album great reviews. And they're right. I think this may be their last album. But with COVID and bands that can't tour, who knows? They might be knocking out another new album because they have nothing else to do. They can't tour. So maybe they're knocking out new songs for another album, for a finale album. But you know what? If they can tour in 2021, maybe this will be their last album. So Whoosh is what it's called. And believe the hype. It's a great album. I'm kind of looking at time here. I picked this one up late. Some stores are getting late record store day things, that shipments that didn't come in. So I've been kind of checking those stores out, seeing what's coming in. And some stores I've been marking that stuff down cheap for whatever reason, because they think the day's over, so no one will want these things. But that's what someone told me who was working at this one store. Okay, I said okay. So I got this for like $25, which in Canada for a record store day title, that's like damn bargain town. I wasn't going to pick this up, but I got Changes Now, Bowie. And I think in my record store day video, I was saying I didn't need it. Blah, blah, blah. I just got it, so it's sealed. I haven't listened to it, but it was there. I was like, oh, am I going to kick myself later? Because I'm somewhat of a Bowie completist. I thought this was maybe a little bit dispensable, but it's recorded live November 96, New York City. I'll give it a listen. This one here that came off for records today, I will say, I almost knocked over my coffee. This is a cursed coffee. This one that I did buy, and I did show my record store video, I'm not fond of at all. So maybe this one will make up for that one. But yeah, I got that. Just cause. It was there. And then this album, I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and you'd be amazed at how many stores, at least in my city, do not carry this album. A lot of people, YouTubers, critics, like people on Facebook vinyl forums, just print media, have been calling this one of the albums of the year. And everyone tells me, David, you'll love this album. It's the best 80s album. This is a quote someone said on my Instagram, and I can't remember who said it, so I'm sorry, I'm going to steal your quote. Maybe you stole that quote, thief. I can't remember who did it now, so I apologize, but it's the best 80s album released this year. It sounds fantastic. It's 80s, but with modern electronica. And I found one store that had it in my city. And I don't know why stores aren't carrying, because I listened to it. I listened to it on my streaming service, and it's like, yeah, people are right about this album. As far as kind of popular mainstream music goes, not hard rock, not metal, not blah, blah, blah. As far as modern day pop music, this is the best album I've heard this year. And it's the best pop album that I would have heard last year. It's Dua Lipa, and it's called Future Nostalgic. And it's on neon pink vinyl. I don't know if you can see that. No, anyways, Dua Lipa. And I had a lot of people in the community, or people I just know from these videos, who were telling me, Dave, get this album. You'll love it. And I think, new music, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not fond of modern pop music that you hear on pop stations. It usually sucks. And I'm not being old. It just, it's just not good music. It's not well-crafted music. It's just shit, more or less. How's that for a critique? It's just shit. But then comes along this one, disproving my theory. If you like 80s music with a modern kind of sound, it sounds like a cheesy description, but it's really good. Dua Lipa, modern nostalgic. Like I said, I don't know if I can find an album of that ilk better this year, or last year, or the year before. I don't remember if I showed this last video. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But it's in my pile to show you, so I'll show you regardless. I found... Are we into thrift stores now? No, I'm going to save this. Okay, hang on. This is from an online ad. Oh, no, this is from Fleabay. Sorry, this is the one album by this band that I was missing. One of my favorite bands of the 80s, speaking of 80s. There's a band called ABC. You might know them from their album Lexicon of Love. Look of Love, and All of My Heart, and Poison Arrow, When Smokey Sings. Their first album, Lexicon of Love, is, in my opinion, the best album of the 80s. Full stop. Done. The voting's over, Dave has said. But anyways, I've been a fan of theirs ever since. Huge fan. So I pick up everything. There's this one of their albums that is incredibly hard to find on vinyl. Every European trip I do, I go record shopping, never find it. And I found a copy on eBay. Someone just listed it that day for $10. Boom! ABC Abacadabra, which was their last album they did as a duo. It was Mark White and Martin Fry. They were ABC pretty much ever since the second album, or third album, anyways. But this is the last album they did. They signed a huge contract with MCA, did one album of okay quality, and then they broke up. And then years later, Martin Fry came back as ABC, the only original member, with a rotating cast of characters. And he's kind of an asshole. But that's for a different day to tell you that story. Anyways, yeah, I didn't have this on vinyl, and it's been bugging me. There's some good songs on it. It's not their best album, but I had to have it. So the collection is done for ABC for full vinyl, 7-inch singles, 12-inch singles. That's done. It's done. Then local online ad. A guy selling a bunch of really great vinyl, but I pulled the reins in. And instead of buying it all, like I normally do, I just throw him some money. I'll take everything you got. He had a lot of great albums, but a lot of it I had. And I thought to myself, I'm not selling at record fairs anymore. A, because we're not having them because of COVID. The last 2 have been canceled, and they'll be canceled well into the future, as far as we know. So I have no outlet to sell bulk quantities of records, so I can't afford to be buying duplicates and making kind of upgrading my copies and selling their. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so it doesn't make financial sense to buy doubles or triples and sit on them because I don't have a place to offload them. So that's why I'm not just buying things I have already, unless they're upgrades. But anyways, I found a copy of West Coast Pop Art Experiment Band Part 1. That one was one that I saw that he had for sale, and I said, I'll take it, thank you very kindly, sir. And he was asking really good prices. So I took it. And I just got it yesterday, so I haven't even played it yet, but really nice condition. And the only other one I bought from him was, yes, Magnification. This is going to be a long video. I gotta hurry this up here. Yes, Magnification, one of the rare Yes albums I do not have. And this was done without... It was done without a keyboard player, I believe. Rick Wakeman wasn't in the band anymore. And I think they filled the keyboard spot with an orchestra. If I'm thinking of the right album. Which I think I am. Anyways, yes, Magnification. It's, like I said, it's not one of their greatest albums, but of the last, let's say 15, 20 years, it's up there in the better Yes albums. But yes, he had that for sale and I didn't have it. So there we go. Thrift store finds. I'm going to be quick. I got a super good upgrade copy of the Beach Boys Smiley Smile, an original mono, if you can see that, mono pressing on the Capitol 9001 series from Canada. One of the best Beach Boys albums next to, not Surf's Up. It's one of the best Beach Boys albums. Let's leave it at that. Copy of Lucifer's Friend, I'm Just a Rock and Roll Singer on Vertigo. Cover's a bit beat, but the album's in nice condition. A lot of people will know the first Lucifer's Friends album with those 2 guys standing. A lot of people will recognize that album, but this is, I think, 2 or 3 albums down from that one, and I don't know if these guys did a bad album. This is a really good album. Really happy to find that. And then I found an original pressing of Magma. Magma is, I believe they're German. This album will show up in almost every best of prog lists ever. You go to, type in best prog albums ever, and almost every list will have this album in it. And this is an original Canadian copy of Magma. And stands for, the album is called Mechanic Destructive Commando. I'm paraphrasing because I'm in a hurry. We've got an original pressing. I have a reissue of this one, and I literally almost shit my pants. It started to come out, and I clenched. Don't, because this is such a good find. I don't want to have to run to the bathroom and leave this behind in the rack because there's no unpaid product in the bathrooms at thrift stores. Remember that. Anyways, original copy. Yes. That's what I just said. Yeah. At thrift stores, sometimes you get that fuck yeah moments. I did today. That was one of them too. Cold Chisel. Some Australian music for you. An album called East with Mr. Jimmy Barnes. This is from 1980, I believe. Produced by Mark Opitz, who does INXS stuff. But Cold Chisel, one of the greatest rock bands. Not just Australian, but around that, anyways. With Mr. Jimmy Barnes. Yeah. Then I found a copy of Johnny Diesel and the Injectors. Great Australian rock. And I think he is Jimmy Barnes' son-in-law, I believe. Anyways, a lot of people might see this album kicking around in dollar bins or something. It's a good album. Trust me. It's a great rock album. Good. I'm not going to say great. It's a very good rock album. I had to pick that up because I see it around all the time and I never pick it up. And then, okay, so anyways, I'm going to park this. Found a copy of, remember, we're into thrift store stuff now. Eric Clapton Timepieces, didn't have it. It's a nice little compilation, greatest hits of his 70s stuff. Might be some late 60s stuff on here too, but we all know this one. Got it on vinyl, didn't have it before. Check this out. A UK pressing of Complete Madness, The Best of Madness on Stiff Records. The shit you find at thrift stores. Amazing. I had a copy of this and I think I sold it. I needed money for trips. Come on. I go to Europe all the time. I need money. I found a copy that is, it's not good enough to sell, but it's well worthy of being in a collection to play, if you know what I mean. That's what this is. It's got a bent corner and there's some surface marks on it, but it plays great. The Complete Madness Greatest Hits. I was a huge Madness fan in high school. Like a huge Madness fan. A copy of Zapped. What this is from 1969. It's a compilation album of bands that were on Frank Zappa's Bizarre label. And it has like Frank Zappa, GTOs, Captain Beefheart, and some other folks. So it's kind of a label compilation from 1969 of Frank Zappa's Bizarre label. So I got that. You know what? Oh, I don't know if I showed this last video, but I got a copy of Red Fox. The Bare Facts. Look at that. I love those 60s and 70s albums by African American, like Red Fox and those guys like that, and Dolomite, whoever else. But yeah, they just had no filter, and they're great. They're just hilarious albums. This is an original Birchmont Records pressing. It's just hilarious. There's Red Fox, The Bare Facts. That was a fun listen. And you know what? I picked up some country stuff just because. Maybe I'll show this next video. I got some really good country stuff. I got some, you know what? I'll just be quick with this one. I got some Buddy Miles. We Got to Live Together. A nice Mercury Records pressing of that. Some Jean-Luc Ponty, Aurora. His albums, some are great. Like Cosmic Messenger, I believe it's called. And some are, hard to listen to. This one is a little bit hard to listen to, but I pick them up just to try them. I don't like them. Goodbye. They're out of my collection. Another, Billy Cobham. I don't know if I showed this one last time. Did I? Recorded live in Europe. Shabazz. I might have showed this last video. But Billy Cobham made one of my favorite jazz fusion albums ever. That's, you know which one it is, with Tommy Bolin on guitar. I'll save the rest for another video because someone at work that my wife works with gave her some vinyl. They were donating some of their stuff, and I said yes, I'll take this, and this, and I'll show that next video. Anyways, want to see a preview of the next video of the thrift store haul I had today? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 records. Okay, here's a preview, and the front one is not necessarily the best. It might get better. Or it might end here. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see some of the other ones that I picked up today in this big thrift store haul. And I post these things because some people, I don't know, sometimes they doubt me. I'm like, fuck you. Here's a photo of me at the thrift store holding it. I'm clearly in a thrift store. There's clearly a thrift store tag on it. Anyways, I have new art. Did you guys all notice that? Did I talk about this already? New art. I won't tell you what it is. You can this one has a good story behind it. That one's equally as good. I got new art. You can pause and close up and you guys can figure out what it is. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. For you guys to watch a old chunk of coal like me, I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not the prettiest one around on videos, vinyl videos. And I keep on wiping my mouth today. But I dare say I'm probably one of the more entertaining ones. That I promise you. Anyways, and I make way too long videos. This has been David Michael, a.k.a. Nazz Nomad. Check me out on Instagram, NAZZ_Nomad. NAZZ_Nomad on Instagram. You can see stuff I'm playing. You can see stuff I'm finding at thrift stores. You can see naked photos of me. I'm kidding. Can't see that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, everyone. You guys are the greatest. Thank you so much. And keep on commenting. I love you all. Take care. Bye.